All right, so this week was a little different than usual. We didn't have the volatility and the setups that we were really looking for. We were able to trade essentially every day except for Friday, and we didn't end up taking any trades on those days that we could because the setups just didn't form in our favor, and we don't regret it because, I mean, a lot of this was chop, as you can see here, a little too choppy for our window of trading time, which is obviously open till around 12. A lot of them big moves did happen later on the close because of news information. And we currently just opened the Asia session right now. It's Sunday, and we are popping up after dipping down temporarily because Trump has just made a threat that if Iran doesn't reopen the strait for trade, that he's essentially going to annihilate them, is what he basically said. Now, when it comes to our XLE play, which is our swing play, obviously we've moved our stop loss officially up to $57.91. So this play is essentially risk free. We shouted out in the Discord that we sold at roughly 59.94. Yep, 59.94 for roughly a 5% gain on our position, and we sold 30% of our position as well. And yeah, so essentially this is a risk-free play at this point. We've locked in some solid profit already. The next PT level is going to be roughly 61 to 62. Our last PT is still going to be in the $70 range. This has slowly just been turning up. This is an energy ETF. We've talked about it before. One of its main holdings is Chevron also, which is, gone through a massive uprise. As you can see, we shouted this one out a long time ago too at 170, and yeah, as you can see here, it was a massive rise up. We did miss our entry due to having improper alerts set up, but yeah, we're getting it back on XLE here. We still expect this to go up a lot, and we have a lot of room still before our stop losses hit. Now, we did break this trend line right here, so we would like to get above this as soon as possible. Also, now when it comes to the overall market and the MNQ, we're really looking at this 1 month break right here. I mean, this was, the 8th of this month, and we temporarily dipped below it here in the after hours, but we're really hoping to break and retest this and see where we get from there. But until we get above 350, overall bullishness for the longer term is a little bit unlikely. I mean, we are finally slowly breaking actual levels that matter. So this is the official level where this chop, if broken properly with the proper volume, and if the war kind of spices up, which we think will happen, you can expect some serious sell-offs to come into play. But yeah, I mean, the 5% gain so far on XLE was big. We needed to see a win, and the fact that we're also well into profit with our stop loss now is also very nice. So emotions are out of this. We're just going to be riding up. Like I said, we have 2 more PT levels to hit before we sell our entire position, and we'll continue to be scaling out and shouting out on the Discord exactly what to do when it comes to this trade. But yeah, overall, no day trades this week. Hopefully next week the setups are better. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad I didn't trade a lot of these moves. I mean, a lot of them were fake outs. I mean, this is garbage right here. This day wasn't too bad. On Wednesday, it was not horrible, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't in front of my laptop long enough due to work to catch this move down. But we usually only trade in the 9:30 to 12 window, and a lot of these moves were happening post-market because of news and stuff like that. But yeah, just not good movement. I mean, look at these, stuck in ranges all day. We're super proud of ourselves for staying out of the trades, because at the end of the day, nothing was offered that was a part of our setup. So hopefully this next week is a little bit better, and we end the month positive in this last week of trading before the start of next month. It would be huge for us to end positive. This would be our 2nd month positive since we've started funded trading. It'll be our 1st month positive into our series of tracking our journey here.